Okay guys, so the next part in this series is we're going to show you how to make a pot hanger. And there's a million different ways that you could do this. You know, you could do something like hang a piece of rope all the way down to hold your pot. But the method that we're going to do today is basically going to be probably the most adjustable method for doing this, and especially for holding heavier pots. And basically all you've got is a tripod, and you want these kind of sharpened to a point at the end so that they dig in and that they move a little bit less. And we're going to make another tripod right on the other side, and then we're going to run a bar across that, and then got basically a hanging stick, and I'm going to make notches in this to have like variable heights that you can drop your pot and pan up and down depending on how close you want it to the fire. So the next step is I'm going to lash this other tripod together and get it set up, and then run my my bar all the way across. All right, so I'm going to show you this lashing. We've shown this same lashing in plenty of other videos. It's pretty much the one I use all the time. It's pretty simple. So you just do an overhand knot, or do a baker's knot where you just wrap it twice, and just come back over, and you just want to leave a little tag to hang to tie off the end with. So take this piece, and it helps putting it on a rock like this. Makes it much easier to work. Wrap it a few times around. And you can do this without rope. You can actually just find 3 Y sticks, and the weight of them will keep them together. So come up through the middle. And wrap it back through, and you're just using that to tighten down the middle. And lashings don't have to be super tight for tripods. In fact, you actually want them to stay fairly loose so that you can adjust them easier. Let's see, I'm going to come back around this way. This can also be done fairly simply with vines. It's a little tougher to find flexible vines this time of year. Bark cordage might do you better, depending on your area. So just wrap that around, and then I'm just going to take this tag that we left, do a baker's knot, and it's done. And then just clean off the ends, and it's ready to go. So I've got that tripod and this tripod done now, and basically all I've done is just run a pretty firm or good thick you know, cross beam so that I can have something to hang on. And basically what I'm going to do is make an adjustable pot hanger. Now the pot hanger can only really be so adjustable. I mean, you're not going to have basically like adjustment all the way up and down this. So the next step is I'm basically going to make number 7 notches in this so that we can hang our Dutch oven or whatever it is that you carry. You know, lightweight cooking equipment this method would also work. But these are kind of you know, primitive or pioneer style skills where you bring a little bit with you. I wouldn't necessarily make a tripod like this unless I had some kind of modern cooking equipment with me. So what I'm doing right now is taking my pot hanger, and I want to make this number 7 notch, but I want this portion that I'm making initially to have kind of an angled cant to it, so that when I set the pot hanger into it, you know, less likely to fall out. So just make that number 7. You can do this all with a knife. It's just quicker with a saw. Take my knife and just bust that out. And the pot's hanger's just gonna set right in that little notch right there. And then I'm just gonna keep making these all the way up. So this is kind of your fine adjustment, and then we'll use the tripods for large adjustment of hanging your pot. So here's the finished product. Basically all I did was make a few notches, and I did them to where they were up at an angle to where it's a little bit easier for the pot to hold so that it doesn't slip off. And all you do, and depending on, now that's your fine adjustment, and the reason that we use a tripod is that is your major adjustment. So if you want to raise it up even more or lower it, you've got the option to do so. So the two tripods on the side will do the major action, and then if you need to get it just a little bit lower or a little bit higher off of the fire, then that's where you have these number 7 notches. That's where those come into play. So, you know, this is just kind of a handy technique to have, especially if, you know, this is kind of something if you, let's say you like to go hunting, pack hunting, up in the Colorado mountains or something like that, or up in Canada or Alaska where you've got pack horses and you can bring some equipment. These are the kind of bushcraft skills that you really want to have. You know, if you do have a Dutch oven and some of these nicer things, just having these certain little skill sets will really improve your life when you're out on the trail. So, you know, that's just another thing to throw into your toolbox. And the next video that we're going to do is basically how to add a spit to this fire, an adjustable spit with nothing more than a little bit of paracord and a stick to run all the way across. So make sure that you check out the next part, and share, like, and subscribe, guys. Thanks as always.